Muletrain!
It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Monday, July the 18th, 2016, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
On the front page of Friday's Clovis News Journal, there's a picture and a very long story about the new assistant principal who has been hired here at Muleshoe High School. He told Brooke Finch of the Clovis newspaper, leading a church is no different than leading a high school. He is Rob Hollis, who will come to Muleshoe High School as the new assistant principal from the First Baptist Church of Texaco, New Mexico, where he was the pastor for the past 16 years. The two are very similar, church and the high school, Hollis told the Clovis News Journal. It's dealing with people and the context of trying to see growth and organizing for the betterment of our society. It's identical, according to Rob Hollis. It's just time for me to go, Hollis added. I have no doubt it was good to me and my family. There are no hard feelings. I believe God called me to the First Baptist Church in Texaco, and I absolutely enjoyed every minute of it. Preaching was just a call from God to do it, and I did it. Before that, Hollis was, for 3 years, the principal at Texaco High School. He and his wife, Wendy, have 3 children, and that's about the new assistant principal at Muleshoe High School, Rob Hollis. 98 is the high for Sunday, and 61 the low. 68 was the temperature on Monday morning at 7 o'clock here at Channel 6. And now, 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company. 5 area plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 area 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Looking at our weather forecast for this week, more of the same, sunny and hot today on Monday with the high near 98 degrees. Southeast winds around 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight. Low around 63. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny and hot again on Tuesday. High near 97 degrees. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Tuesday night. Low around 65. Sunny. High near 95 degrees on Wednesday, so a tad bit cooler. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Wednesday night. Low around 66. Sunny on Thursday. High near 96 degrees. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday night. Mostly clear. Low around 67. Sunny and hot on Friday. High near 98 degrees. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 67. 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Joan Carr will talk to all interested citizens of our area about Medicare fraud on Wednesday at 12:15 at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center in downtown Muleshoe at 319 Main. The program is being sponsored by the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizens Center and the Bailey County Office of the Aging. There will be about a 15 to 20 minute presentation, and after that, questions may be asked. She will also be available to speak to anyone who is having an ongoing problem with Medicare fraud. That's Wednesday, 12:15, here in Muleshoe at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, Main and Avenue D, in downtown Muleshoe. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in one moment.
Yum chips. I like the Leal's chips. Foxy likes them too. Right, Foxy? These Leal's chips are the best. I like the seasoning, salt, and the salsa on my chips.
And that's at Leal's, the original Leal's in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard. Right, Isla?
Yes.
This edition of the Muletrain News has been brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where First Bank of Muleshoe is proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds easily between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with bill pay banking anytime with 24/7 access. Call or come by today. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515. The First Bank is proud to announce First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Frying Cox right here in Muleshoe, 401 South 1st Street, where they have wedding shower selections available for Chelsea Bass and Grant Wheeler. As your summer gardens begin to produce, you can get your canning supplies at Frying Cox or Farwell Hardware, including ball cans, sealing rings, dehydrators, pressure cookers, and canners, and much more. Get all your paint supplies, including interior and exterior paint, spray paint, paint and primer, rust coat enamel, wood finish stains, and polyurethane now at Frying Cox. Beat the mosquitoes with Mosquito Beater Yard Hose In Sprayer, citronella candles, along with off cutter and much, much more. New selection of toolboxes, including toolboxes for the Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys, Texas Tech, and Texas A&M. Frying Cox and Farwell Hardware can also make keys for the public, including custom Texas Tech, Dallas Cowboys, UT, and A&M keys available. Don't forget that Frying Cox has all your office supplies along with your back-to-school supplies at 401 South 1st Street right here in Muleshoe, along with Farwell Hardware, 305 Avenue A in Farwell, Texas.
It was a hot time on Sunday afternoon in Muleshoe at the Jamaica for the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church of Muleshoe, and it was hot, 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 and successful, thanks to everybody who came and had fun. The music was wonderful, the food was grand, and everybody had a smile. Be sure and see online and on the air on Channel 6 for the highlight video of the Jamaica 2016 from the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in Muleshoe. Well, this past weekend, Grayson and I took a trip all the way to Slayton, to the Harvey House. Now, if you're young, you may not know what a Harvey House is, but Harvey houses were located along the railroad track, and Fred Harvey had a company where he hired only beautiful girls who were smart and who could serve the public fast when they stepped off the train with a delicious meal. And these were all across the line of the Santa Fe Railroad. Well, actually, the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. And in Slayton, the people of Slayton knew a good thing when they saw it to preserve their Harvey House. The Slayton Harvey House first opened in 1912. Of course, it was operated by the Fred Harvey Company, furthering the company's mission of offering quality meals at fast pace for train passengers of the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe Railway. The Harvey House venture closed in 1942, but the facility continued as a passenger and freight depot for many years. The local people in Slayton still referred to the building as the depot, but actually there was a depot, then the Harvey House, and also there was a roundhouse there at Slayton. Slayton was definitely a big train location for the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. And then there was a place that was a big building that also housed for the men who worked on the railroad. And they could go in there and they could just relax and play cards or play ping pong or maybe another game. Also, my grandparents, my grandmother, my mother, and my uncle arrived in Slayton in 1915. And that's where they stepped off the train coming to Tahoka to settle as pioneers. My grandfather, Dr. J.R. Singleton, was already settled in Tahoka as their first dentist. And they had come from deep East Texas, the piney woods where there were a lot of trees, to a land where there were few settlers and very, very few trees, if any. Now, the building was also used during the World War II because there were so many people moved across our country, servicemen and women, who traveled on the train. The building went into disrepair after ATS&F ceased operation from Slayton and was facing demolition when a group of locals and others with close connections mounted a successful effort to save and revive the landmark of Slayton, the Harvey House. Now, another thing that is interesting, the Harvey girls who actually worked there were all single, and they lived upstairs over the actual restaurant. And on the first floor was the offices, and then also a huge dining room and the kitchen and the laundry room, etc. Now in operation for more than 10 years, the Slayton Harvey House provides Slayton and the Lubbock area travelers with a bed and breakfast. Also, they've had weddings there, they've had family reunions, receptions, 50th anniversary celebrations, and company events. And they do provide catering. And it is a lot of fun. One thing I noticed, that the windows are all very, very wide, and you look out and see the railroad tracks that are still being used right there in Slayton. And many times we saw a train passing by. Now, of course, no passenger trains anymore on that route, but certainly freight trains. Upstairs is where they have really remodeled beautifully into a bed and breakfast. And we stayed in the Hopi room. It had a private bedroom. It had a private bath, but it went out into a large room that was a living area, and it had a TV in that area. And in my room, the McClintock bedroom suite was being used. Now, this particular bedroom suite was from the McClintock Furniture Company, actually there in Slayton. It was one of the pioneer businesses of Slayton, and the McClintock family had actually gotten their own furniture company to really build a beautiful bedroom suite. And it is very elegant and an antique. And then it was used in their home when they retired and moved to Lubbock. And Lubbock is only about, maybe 15 minutes away. And so when the family all died, well, then they were able to purchase that in an estate sale. Now, the way you get to the Harvey house, it's on Railroad Avenue and Texas Avenue, and you just take the first exit off of US Highway 84 into Slayton and go straight. They even have in-house planning, floral, and catering available for your events. But we just stayed there and had a great time as a bed and breakfast. I highly recommend it to you in Slayton, Texas, if you just want a short getaway. Now, down here in Muleshoe, Texas, we have something to really boast about, and that's the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation. Yes, we do, and it is something that the people of Muleshoe can certainly be proud of. And if you haven't taken your family and your guests out to the Heritage Foundation, and if you haven't been out there lately, you need to go this very day and enjoy. Dolores Harvey is the hostess there. On another thing that's really neat in Muleshoe is our Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, where every weekday they serve a delicious meal to senior citizens, and they ask for 60 and above to give a $3 donation. And if you're under 60, a $5 donation. For on Monday, pork chops, black-eyed peas, spinach, baked apple, cornbread, and also your choice of drink every day. On Tuesday of this week, they'll serve Salisbury steak, diced potatoes with the skin on, English peas, fruit salad in juice, wheat rolls, and on Wednesday it's chicken fajitas, refried beans, white rice, tossed vegetable salad, whole wheat tortillas, ambrosia, and low-cal French dressing is provided for your salad. Thursday, sloppy joes on a bun, country potato salad, carrots and zucchini, creamy fruit squares. Fish or chicken strips are served on every Friday with beans, green peas, tossed vegetable salad with low-cal French dressing, whole wheat rolls, and tropical fruit mix for dessert. Well, it's time to start talking about the first of school. The first day of school in Muleshoe is Monday, August the 22nd. And at Dillman, DeShazo, and Watson Junior High, you can register all day on Thursday, August the 4th, 10 to 7, and on Friday, August the 5th, registration is 8 to 3 at Dillman Elementary, DeShazo Elementary, and Watson Junior High here in Muleshoe. Then at Muleshoe High School, registration for seniors will be from 9 to 11 on Thursday morning. That is August the 4th. And on August the 4th, in the afternoon, juniors register 1 to 3. New students will register that night of Thursday, August the 4th, from 6 to 7:30. If you're going to attend Muleshoe High School and you are new student. On Friday, August the 5th, sophomores register 9 to 11, and then the freshmen will register 1 to 3 on Friday, August the 5th at Muleshoe High School, according to Dana Heathington, the Assistant Superintendent of the Muleshoe ISD. And again, the first day of school at Dillman, DeShazo, Junior High, and High School in Muleshoe is Monday morning, August the 22nd, and it will be here before you know it. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
BK Boutique in Clovis, New Mexico is having their summer clearance sale going on now at 200 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico. They're closed on Mondays, open Tuesday through Saturday. That's get 30, 50, and 75% off during their summer clearance sale. Save big on your favorite summer styles at BK Boutique, 200 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico, 575-762-1848. That's 30, 50, and 75% off now at the summer clearance sale at BK Boutique in Clovis, New Mexico. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. The swing bed program is now available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street, for Medicare patients discharged from Muleshoe or any other hospital following an acute illness, injury, or surgery, but still needs time and physical therapy to heal and strengthen before going home. Call for more information about the swing bed program, 806-272-4524, to see if you or your loved one qualifies for the swing bed program. Available now at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street. Again, call 806-272-4524.
The Al-Anon Family Group meets in Muleshoe every Monday night at 7 o'clock at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe. Please use the extreme south door of the church to enter, and it'll be the first door on your right after you enter the hallway of the First United Methodist Church. Al-Anon is a fellowship for both men and women, and they can be family members or friends of alcoholics and or drug addicts. Several people have asked us the address of Pat Schaefer, formerly of Muleshoe, whose husband, Ronnie Schaefer, died just recently. The address is Pat Schaefer, 2186 County Road, 423 in Stephenville, and the zip is 76401. That's Pat Schaefer, 2186 County Road, 423 Stephenville. The zip code in Stephenville, Texas, 76401. Of course, remember the family of Ronnie Schaefer in your prayers, and Nico Triana of Dimmitt, the brother of Jose Triana of Muleshoe, also these families, Vera Hare, formerly of Muleshoe of Abilene, Travis L. Creamer, a 1962 Muleshoe High School graduate, Joseph Bastias, a 13-year-old Muleshoe schoolboy, Margaret Adams, Guillermo Valadez, Remember Terry and James Byers, Corlin and Jean Paul Jarman, Leela Sue and Doyle King, Bob and Nina Landers, Angela and Eric Hall, Laurinette Mason, Landon Nichols, Gladys Black, Barbara Mae Blackman, Mary Nell Bleeker, Aline Bryant, Diane Brunson, Larry Thornton, Greg Combs, Buck and Carolyn Johnson, Jinx and Rowena Myers, Betty Noble, Louis Wayne and Wanda Schaefer, Cheryl Morris, Laverne Smire, Claude and Evelyn Riley, Cleo and Ruby Ward in the nursing home, Tori Alvarado and her family, little Eliza Dodd of Portales, the family of Ruth Guzman, Chad Parker, Peggy Bruton, and her husband Jerry. Also, remember Lucretia Shannon, formerly of Muleshoe, now of Lubbock. She has been in the hospital. And Adela Valadez.
It is time now for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Also find it on our website, free of charge, on demand. Click on our website, muleshoetv.com. Go to the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Studebakers rotting in the woods. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online, bcecoop.com. The board of directors and members, employees, and manager CEO David Markle. I hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
James Klinich of Littlefield is a photographer. His latest project is a traveling exhibit of rusty old Studebakers. His grandfather in Minnesota collected them.
For probably longer than I've been around. Studebaker went out of business in the mid-60s, like 64 or somewhere around there. Grandpa loved Studebakers, so when they went out of business, he started buying them up and collecting them. And at one point, he had, I believe, about 60 of them on his property. He's now 93 years old, and he's in a nursing home.
Last September, James went to Minnesota and photographed the old vehicles.
What you see here in these pictures, some of them are still there as we speak, but I talked with one of my uncles 2 weeks ago, and they've signed a contract with a local junkyard to haul everything that was remaining away. Grandpa had 40 years to do something with them, and he thought that they were going to be worth something, and I tried to push him, sell some parts off of them, sell them some. No, if you sell parts off them, then the rest of the car won't be worth anything. And I'm like, they're sinking into the ground. You're losing money in the ground. They're rotting away. He finally did start selling parts off of some of them, and once my family put them in a nursing home, they were able to sell about 30 complete vehicles.
I interviewed James when his exhibit was at the Buddy Holly Center in Lubbock. He says people came by, saw the photos, and talked about their experiences with Studebakers.
Everybody's got a story. My dad had a Studebaker. I drove a Studebaker, and It's wonderful to hear stuff like that. It brings people's memories back.
The old cars are just remnants of what they used to be. Some of the photos are close-ups of steering wheels, tail lights, the famous bullet nose. He focuses on the rust and other things that indicate the cars have been there for a long time.
And the moss and the leaves and everything else.
James Klinich of Littlefield did a book on his photos of Studebakers. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. He can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. He's member SIPC. The market report was recorded this Monday, July the 18th, 2016, at 11:30 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. markets opened up to start the week. In economic news, U.S. home builders' confidence slipped in July. In earnings news, Bank of America reported earnings ahead of expectations. In bond market news, U.S. Treasury prices are down this morning. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is technology, while the worst performing sector is energy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 13 points to 18,530. The S&P 500 Index is up 4 to 2,165, and the Nasdaq Composite Index is up 26 to 5,056. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 314 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbering decliners by roughly a 3-2 margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $8 to $1,329. The spot price of silver is down 23 cents to $20, and crude oil prices are down $1 to $44. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.30%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.59%. In stocks of local interest, Procter & Gamble is down 24 cents to 85.77. Berkshire Hathaway is up 57 cents to 146.54. Xcel Energy is up 11 cents to 43.86. Pfizer is down 14 cents to 36.63. Walt Disney is up 48 cents to $100.28. Apple is up $1.11 to $99.89. Johnson & Johnson is down 34 cents to $122.66. Chevron is down 81 cents to $106.22. And AT&T is down 17 cents to $42.72. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.